Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing my December daily for day 8, 9, and 10. And I'm kind of showing you a little bit of what I did for the foundation pages here. So you can just watch that as I explain that this video is kind of choppy in the editing, and I'm really sorry about that. I did different things on different days, and then I kind of had to edit it together to make it make sense. So just bear with me on this one as we go through this, but I think I did a fairly good job, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. So I'm showing you here that what I did with this little 3x4 pocket that has the 4 pockets. Day 8, I'm doing a big picture for my gift wrapping, and then on day 9 I really only needed 2 pockets for day 9. So what I did was I just folded over one of the pockets, and that gave me a little bit of space, more space for my gift wrapping page. And then when I folded it back over, then I have 4 pictures for my gift wrapping. So it gave me enough room to do all of my gift wrapping pictures. So I am kind of talking through this, but I decided to do a voiceover. That's why you kind of see me pointing at things, and it's like on 2 speed. That's why it's kind of moving fast. But I'm just kind of explaining to you the layout and what I'm doing. But I'm about to show it to you, so I don't need to explain it to you because I'm about to show you what I'm going to do. So, but I did want to show you that I really liked the idea of folding over that pocket to give me some more space in my gift wrapping pictures. All right, so I have a card that I want to use from Elle Studios that is right there, and I really love that card. I think it's really cute. In order for the spread to kind of be cohesive and look the same, what I decided to do was take the die cuts, those little present die cuts that look exactly the same, and use them on the Paisley Press Kit 3x4 card that says something about mess is the most wonderful way or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, and I can't see it in my little editing box, but basically it's from Paisley Press, and it talks about being a wonderful mess. And I knew as soon as I saw that card I wanted to use it in my gift wrapping page because I inevitably make a huge mess when I gift wrap, so I thought that would be really cute to do that. So I'm just creating here the card, the title page card. So I'm just writing on gift wrapping right there, and then I'm going to put that in the front pocket, and then put the other one in the back pocket. All right, so here is my pictures that I took. So again, I took a picture of my gift wrapping, and then and that picture is going to go on the back of my puzzle picture that was in my Thursday's video. And basically what I decided to do was add a little bit of, or add a sticker to that page. There was a cute little sticker in one of I think it was the Elle Studios letter or word phrase sticker that said wrapped and ready, and I just think that was really cute. So I'm just going to put that on that little card there to kind of, just so I'm not putting it directly onto the picture. And I'm just taking some little dots to just add that little element to it, little design element, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue that right onto the picture. And then I was gonna put that picture at the top, but then I decided that it didn't look right, so I went ahead and flipped it, and I put the title card at the top of that, and then the picture at the bottom. And there you go. And then that's what that's gonna look like. And then on the other side, I had the picture of my mess, which I'll show you a close-up picture with that at the very end when I do a final flip through of these days. You'll see that in the final flip through. So here's my picture for day 8, the gift wrapping picture. This picture was not an easy picture to do, but I really love how it turned out. So basically what I've decided to do, I think I leave it in the, I want to say I leave it in the plastic. I wasn't thinking I was going to do that, but I think I ultimately left it in the plastic. So what I decided to do was just on the front of the plastic sheet, just put this little picture or the little word that says magical, and then the star. That star is like a little acetate star. I'm pretty sure I got it from L Studios, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I'm just dotting my little eye there. And then I just took a glue dot and just stuck that onto the back. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on my day 9. Now my day 9, I did this fairly early in the process because I just wanted to make sure that it was going to work. In my head, I had a vision and I just was dying to do it so I can make sure it worked, so that I would have it ready for day 9. So there is, you can see that I haven't even put in any of those pictures yet or anything. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have a bunch of journaling cards that I'm going to be using in this one, and what I basically have done is on each day in December for the last, this will be my third or fourth year that I've done this. I write down a list of all of the things I do by hour, and I just take a log of it, and then it's just kind of interesting to kind of go back and look at what you did. Like, it's kind of like a day in the life. Just kind of look at what you did each year and how different it is. So it's interesting because so far they've all been working days. So it'll be interesting to see when it's not a working day, what happens. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just trim that planner page. It's a daily planner sheet that I have. And I'm just going to trim that up to put in the book. And I'm going to fold it up so that it fits in onto that card right there. And it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to fold it. So I didn't do a really great job of showing it to you, but you'll kind of see here that I kind of take my little cutter there. That cutter came from Hobby Lobby. It's from Paper Studios. I'm not sure if they have it anymore. I've had it for a really long time. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as a little like scoring board. So you can see I kind of had a tester there that I used on a different to test it out. And then I am going to kind of just use my bone folder to score the line right there. I think I did it on like the 3 o'clock or something like that. And then I scored it again at like the 1 o'clock just to make it kind of fit in that page. So you can kind of see here, I'm kind of measuring it to make sure that it fits. And then I did another score just to make sure that the fold was really crisp and that it would stay kind of in place. And then I just used the bone folder to kind of cut that edge. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue the top part, not the folded part, onto the journaling card, and that way it'll fold out. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on with some Fabri-Tac onto that journaling card. And you'll see that I kind of move it over here in a second because I do need to have some space for it to go in the little booklet that I'm going to make. So you'll see here in a second, I'm going to make a little hinge for the book. And I'm going to use the other pages, the other journaling cards also in the book. Now I'm just grabbing a little Tim Holtz paper clip and I'm going to go ahead and put that on there just to help it kind of stay in place. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I'm going to make the hinge. So again, don't do an excellent job of showing you how I did this. So I did cut quite a bit of footage out, but basically I just took a piece of paper here and it's kind of a lightweight cardstock. And I'm just going to, I think I cut it to about 2 inches. And then again, I'm using the cutter as a scoring board. And I've just kind of made like a 1/4 of an inch little gusset there, you can see. And then I just folded it over. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that page into the gusset. And then the two little flaps on the side will be where I put the other pages of the little booklet that I'm making. So I'm going to put that one right there. And then on the other side, I'm just testing. I'm like, is this going to work? So, and spoiler alert, it does work. So then I'm going to put that card right there. And then I'm going to put that other card on the back. And then those two will go together. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab some score tape here and just tape all of the things together. I decided to just run a piece of thin score tape down the middle of the gusset. And let's see, I'm just going to run that down there and then fold that little page in and just get that inserted into the book. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on and then the back cover as well. So, and when I put that on, I make sure that I leave some space for it to open and close. So you can see it's not right up against the edge of where that little hinge is. It does have a little, like maybe 1/8 of an inch, just to give it some room to move around. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the other side. Almost did it backwards or upside down. And I did have to trim it up a little bit, but it's all right. Okay, so then that one, now I'm going to put that one on the back of that. And I like that little card. It says, I think it says like favorite moment or lovely moment or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, but I was so glad I used that card when I actually wrote in my days, because there was 2 specific moments in the day that I really wanted to remember. One of them was my kid and me just kind of having a talk in the living room, and you know, they're 21 and they don't give me a lot of time of day anymore. So when they do, it's pretty special. And then there is my little flip through of that little book. See, it pulls out there, and then I can paper clip it back in, and yeah. And then the other little memory that I put in there is work related, so I'm not going to share that. But yeah, so, and then I decided to put a little clock on the front because, quite frankly, I just thought it was cute. And yeah, so there's my little book. Now I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to get into the book. So what I wanted to do when I did this is I really wanted it to be able to be opened and closed without putting it in or pulling it out of the pocket. So what I basically did was I took a journaling card, and you'll see here in a second, I pushed the journaling card all the way to the edge of the pocket. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting it, but I'm only cutting the top plastic, not the bottom plastic. So I'm just basically making it a side pocket instead of a top loading pocket. I'm just making it a side pocket. So when I cut it, I made sure not to cut the up into the top. So that's why I had to trim it a little bit so that it would fit in the book. But it works pretty good. I just slipped it right in there. And then now that part is going to be for day 9. And then it opens up and I can read everything. And on the back cover, it'll be where I put the journaling for the gift wrapping. Which again, I'll show out all of it at the end. I'll show you everything together. All right, so then I had this little acetate piece in my foundation pages. I put this little acetate piece in between day 9 and 10. So I thought I would just go ahead and decorate it a little bit. And there's my cat. I have some Tim Holtz rub-ons for Christmas, and I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much, and I don't know if they make them anymore, but I probably should get another set because they work really good. And it actually worked great on this plastic or the acetate. I can't believe that it worked and it stays and it's not rubbing off. I tried to rub it off and it's not. So, and then I put a little heart there, and that little sentiment just says it's a wonderful life. And I thought that was appropriate to put next to the page that I'm talking about my day in the life of. I thought It's a Wonderful Life would be a good little sentiment, because I do have quite a wonderful life, given, my life's pretty wonderful. All right, so now day 10, and I keep saying day, and I probably should stop doing that, but it's just so kind of common. But the way that I'm really approaching December Daily this year is really like 10 or the 24 or 25 stories that I want to tell. It's not necessarily on the days of the week that I do them. So for instance, this particular day, or the day 10 story is about Christmas cards, and I didn't do my Christmas cards yet, and it's the 14th. So I'm planning on doing them tomorrow. Hopefully I can get them done tomorrow. But that is, but I still have everything ready to go. When I am ready, I'm just going to put in the addresses and send those cards out. So what I'm basically doing is I am creating another little booklet. And what I wanted to do was create basically like a little address book page, like a little notebook of addresses that I sent cards to. So obviously I'm not going to do that on camera. That will happen off camera, but I wanted to show you how I created the little book that's going to go in my December Daily. So I have that top card is from Elle Studios, and then the other little cards that I was using were from Ali Edwards in her little notebook that she had. Last year she had a little December Daily like notebook that you can keep your stories in, and I purchased that this time because it was on sale, and I like it because the pages are just slightly smaller than that card, so it worked perfectly. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use that paper right there. That glitter paper is from Dollar Tree, and if you take the backing off the paper, it actually becomes like sticky paper, and it's pretty good, strong adhesive. So I use it a lot as basically sticker paper. And what it basically does is I just stapled them together and used my little stapler there to staple those together and make it kind of like a booklet. And I'm just folding it up so that it'll make it a little easier to fold. And then just kind of pre-folding those pages. Unfortunately, when I did that though, the glitter from that page kind of came off a little bit because I like folded it pretty hard. So I'm just going to add some of that foil washi tape that I used in the booklet to on the front. And the reason I used that foil washi tape in the booklet is because I wanted to cover up the little sentiment that it said. I think it said like on this day in December or something like that. So I wanted to cover that up. All right, so I'm just going to make my title card now, and basically I'm just going to use these stickers to write out the word December or Christmas cards. And I cannot believe I actually got these little stickers to all fit on there, and I think I actually spelled it right, hopefully. So it just says Christmas cards, and then I'm gonna go ahead and write cards. And when I was writing cards, I wanted to make sure it was in the middle. So you'll see here I kind of struggle with getting it all lined up, but it ultimately works out fine. And then I'm going to put that little 10 that you saw there. Those are the felt numbers from the Dollar Tree. I love the felt numbers that I'm using from the Dollar Tree with my felt numbers from Ali Edwards. I just think the combination looks really good, and they all kind of have a cohesive feel to them. And I think they're really good quality. Like, they are sticky. When you stick them down, you can stick them back up. You can actually take them off and still stick them down again, which I really like. You can adjust them if you want. So highly recommend if you see those little felt numbers at the Dollar Tree. All right, and then I wanted to write address book on the little address book. So with the magic of editing, this will be all like on there, straight and perfect. Yep, there you go. And then I decided to add just a little more design to the page. So I'm taking some of these little Elle Studio puffy sticker element stickers, a little heart, little dots, Just love those stickers. They just add that little touch sometimes that you need. All right, so now I'm getting them in the pocket page, and I needed to go ahead and, similar to what I did for the day 9, I needed to cut the pocket page a little bit so that the address book sat a little deeper into the pocket, because I didn't want it to be sticking out of the pocket. Thought that looked funny. So I'm basically just lined it up and kind of cut the top sheet of the pocket. And then you'll see here in a second, I do have to adjust it just a little bit. And I'm just taking off just tiny, tiny bits because I didn't want to cut it too far and then it, you know, be too far in the pocket. I don't know if that would make sense, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust it just a little bit more again. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a final flip through of the book, and you will see everything that I did for this video. All right, so I got it in my book, and I know there's a glare, and I'm so sorry. There's really nothing I could do about it. I need to get like actual lights that are studio lights, but that is not going to happen right now. Okay, so I've got the picture of my gift wrapping. I love that picture. I've got my 2 little pictures here, and then when you flip it over, I have my big mess picture, and I was like right in the middle of doing gifts, and I'm like, oh, I gotta take a picture of this huge mess I just made. And I was actually wrapping on my bed, which I don't usually do, but it's just convenient. And my kids in the living room with this, you know, working and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do it on my bed. And then you saw me create this box, and then I've got these little tags that I created for my sister and my mom's presents. And then I'm going to do some journaling here off camera. And then when you flip this over, I've got my day 9. Not sure if I'm going to leave this little, I didn't glue that or anything. I just stuck that on top of there. And then I've got my little, oh, I didn't even realize it was going to show on this side. That's so cute that it shows on the bottom. I love that. Okay, I've got my little booklet here, and I did some journaling about my day. I still have to fill in some of the stuff from work because I have it all written down in my work calendar, so I'll transfer it over. And then I've got my transparency here, and I just put "It's a Wonderful Life" from the Tim Holtz rub-ons with a little sticker from L Studios. And then you saw me create this journal card, and I will write in the addresses off camera, obviously. And that is day 8, 9, and 10. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.